Turning to news now out of the Middle East, Israel's military says one Israeli has been killed and 3 others wounded in a stabbing attack in the occupied West Bank. Military officials say it happened south of Jerusalem. Today's incident follows Israeli settler attacks on Palestinians across the territory. It also comes one day after the United Nations Security Council gave its backing to U.S. President Donald Trump's blueprint for the future security and governance of Gaza. The CBC's Tom Perry is in Jerusalem with more.
This attack targeting Israelis in the West Bank is just the latest incident of violence there. Israeli police and the military are saying this was a ramming and stabbing attack, so that these attackers, 2 of them, drove a vehicle into pedestrians, and then at least one of them went out and started stabbing victims. Police and the military say that both attackers were killed by security officials on the scene. Again, though, this is just the latest incident of violence in the West Bank. This has been targeting Israelis, but what we've been seeing is Israeli settlers targeting Palestinians in the West Bank. We saw attacks just yesterday near Bethlehem, cars being burned, homes being attacked, Palestinians being attacked, and last week we saw really a mass arson attack by masked settlers going into other villages, attacking homes, attacking factories, burning vehicles, and again, attacking people. Now, this is all coming as the United Nations Security Council has voted to endorse a peace plan for Gaza. That peace plan from Donald Trump, we've seen part of it unfolding in Gaza already, with aid getting in, with Palestinian prisoners being released and Israeli hostages being returned to Israel. Part 2 of that plan, though, calls for a demilitarization of Gaza, for a board of peace chaired by Trump to oversee a transitional government, and for an international stabilization force to go into Gaza to provide security. Now, we heard the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations after the vote yesterday congratulating the UN on its move. Here's what he had to say.
Today, the United Nations proved it can be great again. The United Nations today proved it can be a beacon for peace, not just a bystander. The United Nations Security Council has just adopted the United States-sponsored resolution on Gaza that does something we haven't seen in generations. It provides a real, actionable pathway to lasting peace for Palestinians and Israelis.